And yes, today is gonna be another very quick video. Yes, a video as usual of free energy. That's what the title says. Now, this is another video that definitely mixes something like pseudoscience and reality to spread misinformation. Yes, the title says once again, free energy. Now, before we are going to take a look at this video, I have a little experiment and demonstration for you. Oh yeah, the demonstration, it's rather easy. Like we are talking about a simple and most elementary induction motor that everyone can build. Now, sure enough, if you're a real engineer by watching my video, this particular video, you end up laughing, but obviously this video, it's not for you. Simple as that. Now, the concept is very simple. We got a magnet here, as you can see, a permanent magnet with polarity north and south, or positive and negative, whatever you want to call it. It's top to bottom, not side to side. So the old top of this magnet will be our positive and the bottom one will be negative. And now we can reverse it all the way around. The situation won't make any difference. Now, on the top we have a coil that, as we know, that if we energize it with a current, we generate another magnetic field, just like another magnet. Now, sure enough, if we create a magnetic field, the positive and positive will repel, and the negative and positive will attract, and so on, and keeps repeating the concept here, like it's kind of chasing down the magnetic field. Now, what happens if we apply a little bit of energy, just like that, and you give like a little push? We've got this motor run pretty much forever. I mean, as long as we apply power to it. Obviously, to remember everyone that there is no free lunch, you have to constantly supply this device with some energy. And energy comes from your 120 plug. You know, there is no infinity battery in this power supply, sure enough. And as you can see, it works perfectly fine. Now, I didn't really calculate anything. To be honest with you, I went by experience, and then, you know, it's about 50 turns here. And there is no power factor to calculate. We're talking about 1.5 volts and merely, 100 milliamps of consumption, and literally zero torque. So it makes it pretty much useless. So there is not much to calculate in here. So, but it's funny enough that this is only two poles, like positive and negative. But we can apply another coil right there in between, and you make like 4 poles. So it would be positive and negative, and so on. And we give a little bit more torque to this motor. Sure enough, we will consume more energy. Because once again, there is no free lunch over here. You have to apply more energy, more and more. But if we take something already pre-made, such as this rotor, it's made out of a magnetic material such as steel, mixed with maybe a little bit of nickel and other alloys. But guess what? This is what we call a squirrel cage. We have a bunch of lines here. And this is just a piece of metal, and when you apply with an inductance, some magnetic field, a moving magnetic field, or reversible magnetic field, we induce a current in here. We induce a current, and it's called eddy current, as you know, very famous. Through the Lenz's law, you induce a eddy current that will repel. It creates an opposite magnetic field to your coil, and that will pushes and gives momentum to your rotor, and it starts spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning forever. Well, not really forever, as long as you apply power to your motor. Now let's take a look at this very simplistic motor right there, really elementary. Very, very elementary. Though it's been used, there's still plenty of use in every household electronics, from powering your fan or simple your microwave oven and so on. So we have like about 60 hertz here because we are in America, so it's a 60 hertz, 120 volts. So we create a magnetic field that fluctuates about 60 times per second, and then you have here 1 and 2 poles, as you can see. Let me remove it. 1 and 2. We are talking about a reversible magnetic field that keeps fluctuating and keep, giving momentum to our squirrel cage here. Yeah, so this is one of the most elementary induction motor that we still use nowadays. Very practical, almost no torque, like a very, very little torque. As a matter of fact, it's been used mostly to push fans and not much work to be done. You can still apply some gearing and stuff. Sure enough, you raise the torque, but then the speed will drop. So there is always, once again, there is no free lunch. Energy has to come from somewhere. And so very, very simple induction motor. Yeah. Yes, as you can see, it's very easy to build an induction motor. Nowadays we have plenty of knowledge to build all the induction motors you need, but back in the 100 years ago, a century ago, to come out with such an idea would be something really, really, really futuristic. Now, it is obvious that Tesla did not invent the induction motor. There was plenty of induction motor before Tesla. What Tesla did, actually had a chance to slightly improve the induction motor were already present back then, and quickly patented. That's the most important thing, that Nikola Tesla actually patented that particular induction motor. Once again, Nikola Tesla did not invent an induction motor, but rather what did Nikola Tesla is to patent it. Yes, let's go take a look at this very famous museum replica. As you can see, this is a very interesting video for two simple reasons. The first one, because it says free energy straight up in the title, and also Nikola Tesla. Obviously, that's a clickbait. What we observe here, actually, if you haven't understood what's going on, it's a I think it's a replica, I don't think it's the original one, but this is sitting on Nikola Tesla Museum in Belgrade, Serbia, which is a beautiful museum. You should definitely go check it out. I've been twice to that museum. Yes, and that machine is sitting over there, and it is actually a working machine. Yes, obviously there is no free energy on that machine, but rather a lot of energy loss. It's one of the first prototype of induction motors with such a big, steel core with a lot of winding, a lot of like a big machine for very little torque, very little work to compute. That machine really sucks a lot of energy. The efficiency of this machine is very low, but what we take in consideration here is the concept of actually an induction motor. That's the most important thing. Clearly what you see here, these are the wire that comes out from the table to power that device. It's not spinning on its own. Obviously there is power going on. There is no free energy, but rather a big energy loss. Yes, once again, it's one of the first induction motor. Nowadays induction motor, for as small as they're still far more efficient than that one. But once again, remember that was 100 years ago. So the concept of induction motor 100 years ago was very futuristic. Keeping that in mind. Yes, once again, no, there is no free energy. That's not a free energy machine. So yes, once again, this is a video that it's a clickbait and it's spreading misinformation, a lot of misinformation. So once again, go check out the Nikola Tesla Museum in Belgrade because it's very interesting. Second, that's an induction motor. Third, that's not a free energy machine by any means. And yes, this video, once again, it's a clickbait, misinformation for clicks and money. Thank you guys for watching.